Okay, so Google has teased the launch for the long-awaited Pixel 4a. Hyperscape is going to PS4 and Xbox One. Google Play Services has hit 10 billion installs, making it the first Android app to do so. Not a surprise. And Google Assistant's latest games are built for your smart display. This is done at Digital World. My name is Luke, and let's get started. First thing I want to make a small note on quickly is that today is technically sort of a double episode day. So this is July 30th, for those of you who are unaware, but this episode is being recorded on, and today I have released 2 episodes. The first one is the, what's it called? Congress. So Congress in the US just, basically, long story short, it interrogated the 4 biggest tech companies. We don't know the outcome until the end of summer. So I was originally going to do it last night, but the hearing went on for a while. So I waited till this morning, and I've now released an episode regarding the entire situation as a whole. And then I've currently got 4 Android theories for what could happen if Google is split up on the Android Analysis podcast. A link to that podcast will be in the link to the Congress episode. And I'm going to be doing an Apple version of that for iOS and iPadOS as well as macOS tomorrow. To be honest, I can't see much happening with Apple, but if I'm going to do something for Google, I should probably do it for Apple. So, with that, my name's Luke, this is Down Out Digital World, and let's get started. So the first thing we need to get into is the Pixel 4a. Now, in that headline, I do have a date, I just chose not to give it because it's going to be on August 3rd. So, this is an official Google tease. Google is introducing the Google Just What You've Been Waiting For phone. That's kind of what they're teasing it for. Now, to unlock the full message, you need to tap the various boxes until the colours match Google's logo: blue, red, yellow, blue, green, and red. Google has also updated some of its social media images, like the header for the Made by Google Twitter account, with small circles cut out. It makes it obvious that 4a is going to have a hole for the selfies user. I'll notice some references to photography and all that lorem ipsum text on Google store page, like low light henna, focus, and megapixelum. So the camera is probably going to carry forward a new, so the camera will probably be good on the Pixel 4a, and it's really kind of showing that Google just teasing us with features of their new phone, with some leaks that are very obviously on purpose now. It's almost become a meme at just how bad these phones launch, not just Google's, any company's phones launch really. And this has gone much longer than expected. I personally almost thought Google was about to cancel the entire Pixel lineup. Truthfully, we just didn't hear anything about it. The Pixel 3a was just discontinued, and Google cancelled I.O. I figured we might just not see a Pixel 4a. I was wondering if we would even see a Pixel 5 at this point. Then we got some more leaks confirming, yeah, it will probably happen. Then the device turned up on Google's website, which made me think, okay, yeah, it's probably going to come. And Google's now confirmed that it's less than a week away. It's actually going to be revealed on Monday of next week. I personally am definitely looking forward to that. It's just 2 days before the Samsung event, which has definitely got me looking forward to what's going to happen. Now, previous leaks suggest it will have a 5.8-inch OLED display, be powered by Qualcomm 730 chipset, has 6GB of RAM, 64GB of storage, and a 12-megapixel camera, but the results produced should be very similar to the flagship Pixel 4. Google's mid-range / budget offering phones are normally quite high quality on the camera department. If you're looking for a phone that's really focused on camera, I would always recommend going for a Pixel. I think their processing is just above others, and whilst I myself may get a Samsung, that's because Samsung's been around for longer, and I personally prefer to be using a company that's been around for a fairly long time. That's a personal opinion. I don't blame you if you're different. Now, our second story is Hyperscape coming to PS4 and Xbox One. This is going to be on August 11th. I can't wait. So Season 1 is starting on the same day, and I actually never got a chance to try the open beta. Long story short, my PC is just not powerful enough, so yeah. The open beta is closing on August 2nd, so that will be Sunday. But you'll be able to rejoin the action on the same day as the consoles. I'm not sure if this is with crossplay or not, but any items you unlock during the beta, whether from the Battle Pass or the store, will still be yours after the game full launch, as well as with access to them on console via the cross-progression feature. Yeah, again, I'm not sure on cross-play, but Season 1 of Hyperscape, called The First Principle, it will start on August 11th at the same time. Introduce some limited time modes, as well as a new gun called the Dragonfly, and a hack/ability named Magnet. This will bring the total number of hacks and weapons to 11 each. You'll be able to try an event in which all melee attacks result in an instant kill. There will be free and premium 100 tier battle passes, very common in Battle Royale games, as well as additional lore about the universe. If you play the game or watch at least an hour of Hyperscape Twitch streams with Crowncast extension enabled before August 2nd, you'll learn 600 of the in-game currency Bit Crowns. Speaking of that extension, which is integrated with the game, there'll be a new feature when Season 1 starts, where if you donate Twitch bits to a Hyperscape streamer who uses it, you can generate a visual effect that pops up. Sorry. You can generate a visual effect that pops up in-game as they're playing. This is going to be amazing. Okay, I'm probably going to take a look at this Crowncast extension before August 2nd then to watch an hour of Hyperscape, to be honest. 600 of an in-game currency can always come up as pretty handy, so hey, why not get my hands on 600 of currency? I think this only works once where you get 600, I don't think it goes on for any longer than that. Let's go on to two more Google stories actually. I decided I'd break it up with the Ubisoft one in between. Google Play Services hits 10 billion installs. The most likely app to do so, to be honest. If you have an Android device that has Google Services on it, then you have Google Play Services. Now, this is mainly because they're pre-installed on most Android devices, and so it makes sense for them to cross milestones. Now, this 10 billion installs may not be 10 billion unique devices though, as in fact it's probably around 2.5 billion devices, because reset devices often inflate the numbers. Now, Play Services have been pre-installed on almost every Android phone, with the exception of Huawei in 2 recent years. Since around 2012, that's a very large amount of time for it to be done. Now, it's a suite of APIs, services, and more for Android smartphones that enable many features to work. So, features like nearby sharing is rolling out 2 Play Services updates in beta, and Play Services can also track data. Google explains in the app's listing that this component provides core functionality like authentication to your Google services, synchronized contacts, access to all the latest user privacy settings, and high quality, lower powered location-based services. Google Play Services also enhances your app experience. It speeds up offline searches, provides more immersive maps, and provides gaming experiences. Apps may not work if you uninstall Google Play Services. Absolute shocker, considering everything kind of revolves around it. If you have a Google-based Android phone or a Samsung, one that has Google Play Services on it, basically. Anyway, let's go on to Google Assistant, another thing that is mainly powered by Google Play Services. So, on the latest games, you can play games like Jeopardy, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, or even Guess the Drawing. So, it's a handful of games. Trivia Crack is also one of them. And there's also an Escape from a Room challenge. If I had a smart display, I'll probably be playing the Escape from a Room challenge today, but hey, I don't. But it's still amazing to see these sorts of things. Now, Google Assistant was capable of playing a few voice-based games, such as Hey Google, Let's Play a Game, but the titles added take full advantage of smart displays, combining the screen with voice and touch controls. There will be more smart display games by the end of the year, and this is definitely good to see Google just kind of making these sorts of things fun. Now, in June, Google released a handful of developer tools meant to make Google Assistant more capable, including continuous match mode. It allows the device's mic to temporarily remain open, instead of only listening after the assistant finishes speaking. Google said that would allow for more realistic back and forth conversation with the assistant and some fun interactions. At the time, we learned that web game maker Cool Games was using the continuous match feature to create a new guest drawing activity that lands on Google Smart Displays today. You'll guess what's being drawn on screen as quickly as you can, and you'll be able to compete real time with other players or just challenge yourself. Google's making it easier for developers to work with the Assistant as everyone searches for new home-based activities. The company also says this is just the beginning, and we expect new titles to arrive throughout the year. So, yeah, that is all 4 stories, and I'm telling you now, this episode feels so much nicer than the one I've recorded earlier. I think I was recording that over the course of the entire day, actually, so I'm quite busy for most of the day. But the fact is, these games are going to be absolutely incredible. Hyperscape is looking to be amazing from what I'm hearing of it, and I will probably just watch an hour of Twitch streams just to get that 600 coin. Pixel 4a, I will have that covered both on the Now Digital World and Android Analysis. As for Google Play services, I'm not too surprised. I can't count the amount of times I've reset my Android device, installed a new ROM on Android, etc, etc, just because I'm the kind of person who tinkers with that sort of stuff. Like, that was kind of expected. I'm surprised it didn't pass up much sooner, but then again, 10 billion is a fairly large amount. So that, in theory, means that all of the 2.5 billion devices have been reset 4 times for that to occur. So yeah, maybe out of reliability might want to be taken a look at. Or maybe people should just start deleting apps instead of reinstalling their entire OS. Either way, it's still massive to see this sort of thing, and it's incredible to see that this is working with 10 billion app installs. I don't know if that's on other apps and which one is the next closest, but I'm going to make an assumption that it's probably a Google app. So yeah. Anyway, everyone, thank you for listening to today's episode. This is the Now Digital World. My name is Luke, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Bye.